West. Yeah, so Western type of organization. Then when it comes to Indian ethos, or when we are talking about the organization, those who believe on or those who follow Indian ethos, तो उनमें क्या difference है? So in the organizations, those who believe like okay, or those who follow materialistic gain, as I said, like it is nothing wrong in that. Like if you are thinking about your financial growth, if you are thinking about your own growth or materialistic gain and other things. So our culture, our holy books and other ethos permit us to do that. कोई किसी ने नहीं बोला है कि you should not think about materialistic gain, you should not earn गाड़ी है बंगला है, that kind of situation. So you have full right, and when we are talking about organization, that organizations have full right to earn profit. But what is what is there in our philosophy, like we should not disturb. Our belief system is achieving human and social welfare too, or also. So we are like the organizations, they should not think only about their profit, which according to Western management, it is allowed. It is allowed. Like okay, organizations, they can think about for their profit gain or profitability, but our organizations or our culture said like okay, organization can think about that, organization can think about materialistic gain, but at the same time they should think about humanity, they should think about social welfare. So what are the guiding force, or what is the guidance? Fine. So management guided by mind, what is the force which guides the such kind of organization? So when we are talking about Western management, so management or the top level management, they are guided, or any individual for that matter, you can think about at individual level as well as organizational level. So what is a guiding force, what is a motivation in short? So for Western management, the motivation is mind. So we are using our mind, we are using our brain, we are using our experience, and laid away by ego and desires and soulless management. So here we are talking about ego, desire, we are thinking about profit, we are thinking about gain and loss and other thing. So, and we are thinking, I said we are thinking, so we are using only one parameter or only one aspect which motivates us, that is our brain and mind. So we are just working, we are thinking and we are working. So here when we are talking about Indian ethos, or we are talking about organizations, those who follow Indian ethos, तो उनका guidance क्या है, वो कौन उनको guide कर रहा है, क्या उनका motivation है? जैसे मैंने बोला कि Indian organizations, they are not only thinking about materialistic gain, but they are thinking about social welfare, they are thinking about human welfare. So they are very conscious, they're very conscious, they have a that consciousness, and they have consciousness power beyond mind. सिर्फ सोचते नहीं है वो, सिर्फ वो अपना ब्रेन यूज नहीं कर रहे. हम लोग बोलते हैं माइंड, बॉडी एंड सोल. So in Western management, we are thinking, or our thinking or thought process is restricted only for your thought, your mind and body. So that's all. But here we are going beyond that. हम लोग उससे आगे जा रहे हैं, हम लोग और कुछ सोच रहे हैं कि we are not only talking about, or we are not considering human beings like okay, human beings, okay, XYZ, and here we are not talking about only about their body, their physical needs and physiological need and psychological needs. Here we are thinking about the spiritual needs of that individual. Like इससे आगे भी क्या है, अध्यात्म, spirituality. So we are thinking about the soul. We are considering each and every human being or the employee, those who are associated with my organization, and we are considering them as a good soul, Atma. So it is like our connection, one connection with Atma, one soul connecting with another soul, that kind of philosophy. So we are going beyond that. And then if we are talking about like okay, heart to heart connect, we are talking here about like okay, soul to soul connection or soul to soul connect. So we are considerate, we are thinking taking good efforts of people, we are thinking efforts, we are investing in people and that kind of thing. So what is the emphasis? Like Western management, the emphasis on worker development, so that individual development कहाँ तक की individual development बात कर रहे हैं हम लोग, उसका मतलब physical development as well as mind, बस emotional intelligence जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं ना, भावनिक and then development that okay as an individual or knowledge gain and skills and other thing. So workers development, management of others, यहाँ पे हम लोग लोगों को manage करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. Profit maximization, human being giving only lip sympathy. Now what is lip sympathy? Yesterday I told, like people, they are giving lip sympathy to the people, like okay, hi, hello, very good, nice, we will do that sir, and if you are good and something happened, oh is it, oh very bad, बहुत बुरा हुआ रे, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए था. But then if that person requires some help, so we are not considering, we are going by book, like okay apne rule book mein kya likha hai and all. But then what about Indian ethos, or what about the organizations, those who follow Indian ethos, वो भी समझ रहे क्या वर्कर को या एम्प्लॉय करके डेवलपमेंट का बात नहीं कर रहे. सी देयर इज अ डिफरेंस, लाइक नंदिनी एज अ एम्प्लॉय एंड नंदिनी एज अ ह्यूमन बीइंग. So if my organization, they are considering like okay they are developing me as an employee, मतलब जो स्किल मुझे लगने वाला है टू परफॉर्म और टू फिनिश माय ड्यूटीज एंड रिस्पांसिबिलिटीज एट वर्क, इफ दे आर गिविंग मी इनपुट, सो दैट इज my development as an employee. But here what we are talking about, development of man, development of individual, and that is not only okay related to my knowledge gain or skill set development, but here we are talking about the integrated growth. जैसे मैंने अभी अभी बोला कि mind, body and soul. And then we are thinking about harmony, happiness and health of individuals, fine, or all the employees, and management of self. Here we are not uh, considering management of others. हम दूसरों को मैनेज करने की कोशिश नहीं कर रहे, हम अपने आप को मैनेज करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. If we say like okay we need to develop people, so that development starts from you, from within, आपके अंदर से, आपसे शुरुआत होनी चाहिए. That is a thought process which is there in our culture, that is Indian culture. हम लोग ये मानते हैं, मैं आपको नहीं बताऊंगी you must be punctual, you must be do that and this and other things, and you must be attentive, you must be believe on excellence and no excuse culture kind of thing. But you should start from yourself first, managing self. Sorry. So that's why we are thinking about meditation, that's why we are thinking about connecting yourself to yourself, that's why we are thinking about yoga, that is unity, united mind and body and soul. So that is what emphasis is on, the development of people, development of individual, integrated growth, uska sarvangin vikas jisko bolte hain, 360 degree development. सिर्फ उसका माइंड डेवलप हो रहा है नहीं चलेगा, सिर्फ उसका बॉडी डेवलप हो रहा है नहीं चलेगा, बट वी आर थिंकिंग अबाउट ओके ही शुड और एम्प्लॉय और एवरीबडी शुड डेवलप एट these all these three levels, and that's why we can call it as an integrated growth. हार्मनी, कितना सुंदर विचार, हार्मनी, लाइक सब में प्यार हो, सब लोग मतलब हैप्पी हो, दे खुश हो, और उनकी हेल्थ अच्छी हो, और उनका हमारा खुद से मैनेजमेंट से शुरुआत होता है. टूल्स कैसे करते हैं ये, हाउ, व्हाट इज द एप्लीकेशन, व्हाट आर द टूल्स अप्लाइड इन वेस्टर्न मैनेजमेंट. 5M as resources. We all know that we are management student, men, money, material, machines, market, science and technology, information for decision making. So that is what Western management is all about, because we are learning all these things, so we can correlate with 5Ms and information and technology and decision making and other things. Can we say that these things are not applicable in Indian organizations? No, of course, yes, they are applicable. So we are thinking about men, money, machine, material, and method. But can we, this is enough? No, we need to think something better and best, that as a conscious partner, all having consciousness, whether manifested or dormant. Information and intuition for decision. See, this is the difference. This is the difference. Like we are not only taking decisions on the basis of data or the information, but here we are giving more emphasis, or we believe on intuitions. Now what is intuition? Like apne man mein aaya, aisa nahi hai. When you connect to yourself, fine, and then you learn from your experience, and then that is one, your inner data, that's all. In the morning only we discuss, in one of the class I discussed, like people, they feel like data hona bahut zaruri hai, your decisions should be backed by data. Of course, yes, you are talking about external data, or you are talking about the data which is saved in this machine, in this computer. But I'm talking about, or Indian culture or Indian ethos is talking about the data which is saved in your mind and brain. And kahan se aata hai ye data? from your experiences. And experience se kya aata hai? Knowledge, learn. You learn something from the experiences, and then you save those, all the experiences on all your learning in your memory. It is there inside. And whenever you want, want to take any decisions, major, minor, so according to Indian ethos, you need to connect to yourself. आपको अंदर झाँक के देखना पड़ेगा, अपने दिमाग में, अपने दिल में. That is because the data is saved there. So it is why it is it is already mentioned, it is clearly mentioned that information and intuition. See, in Western management, they are only rely on information. Sirf information, data. And they are doing analytics, and they are doing analysis, and they are using different tools of analytics. And then, but life mein, our Indian ethos or Indian culture believes like, okay, 2 plus 2 is not always 4. We can make it 44. That is a philosophy of our, Indian culture. So you can maximize. Hum log anant ka sochte. We can create and develop something which is, like in the first chapter, in the first few lectures, I said it is beyond your imagination. You can achieve anything and everything because you are connecting to yourself. You are connecting to the God which is there. Forget if somebody is maybe feeling like, okay, ma'am, God word main nahi manta. It's okay, no problem. If you don't believe on it, it's okay, but you must be believing on this thing, like, okay, you learn from your experiences. Or aap andar jhaak ke dekho, aapke andar ki awaaz. That is, somebody may feel like, okay, it is God. The definition of God, definition of spirituality may differ from person to person. But I do believe on this. I have a strong belief on all these things. Because yes, आपकी अंदर की आवाज आपको कभी भी झूठ नहीं बोलती. So the organizations or the management which are based, on, or those who follow these things, they are thinking about intuitions also for their decision making, and very important, that is ethics and values combined with skills. Just think about it, like, okay, me, if I'm a professor, or if I'm a teacher, I'm teaching some subjects to you, and I have knowledge because I have read something, then I earn, and then I experience another thing. So I'm a good package for my students. But think about, like, if I don't follow ethics, or I don't have that value base, if I'm doing anything like, okay, which is not good, which is not appropriate for me as a teacher, to kya? You have your, like, people, they feel like, okay, I have my personal life, I can do whatever I want to do. If you have that kind of feeling, then you follow Western management. But if you are follower of Indian management or Indian culture or Indian ethos, so definitely you will think about ethics. Definitely you will think about your value system, values which we learn from our society and our elders and our gurus. And then we believe like, okay, this is not good, this is not advisable, this is not done for a teacher. If I want to become a teacher, and if I want to, I want to sit or stand before my students, and there are certain things like I ought to, I have to, certain value system I follow, I should follow. See, this is the difference between Western management and, Indian management or Indian way of managing the people and other things. So people, they are expecting this. While, recruiting people, they are thinking about, definitely they are thinking about skill, knowledge, and other thing. They are also interested for in 5Ms. They are also interested in information. They also want to apply technology. No problem. But some additional thing, like, okay, in Indian management, Western management, or the tools or the emphasis or the guidance is there, or they also believe the similar kind of management. तो उसमें कोई ऐसी मतलब rocket science नहीं है, हवा में से लाके हम लोग, we are not thinking about management. It is the same one, but some addition. Certain things are added when we are thinking about Indian culture or Indian ethos, or the organizations, those who follow Indian ethos. Moving to the next point of our discussion, that is problem solving. कैसे problem solve होता है? Very interesting. Please listen very carefully. ठीक है? So Western management में conflict resolution by negotiation, compromise, arbitration, liquidation of differences only for a temporary period, no reference to higher consciousness. So we all experience this, that whenever any conflict is there, so how we solve conflicts, or what is conflict? First of all, it is difference of opinion, or it is more than that. Only difference of opinion, but the ramifications or the things are, moving in a very larger scale, on a larger scale. So that is what a conflict means. So we all believe that that conflict should be, solved, because this situation is not good for the organization. दो डिपार्टमेंट में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, दो व्यक्तियों में कॉन्फ्लिक्ट है, कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ एनीथिंग, डिफरेंस ऑफ ओपिनियन और ना डिसएग्रीमेंट on anything, any issues are there. So how those issues can be solved? By negotiation. By negotiation, that your manager or your in home also, like whenever any problem is there, we call, no, as a parent, what we are doing, like, okay, you come here, sit together, we can negotiate. Acha isko itna de de, theek hai, tere problem hai na, then we will give you this much. So like this kind of negotiation can happen, and then one person or one party should compromise, or both the parties, they should compromise on certain things. और अगर इतने में भी काम नहीं बन रहा है, तो we can think about arbitration, like we will think about legal issues and other things, and liquidation of differences only for a temporary period, because there is just kind of a negotiation. Next day, maybe next year, after in next 6 months, the similar kind of problem arises, and then the old issues will come up, and again they will be existed. So no reference of higher conscious, but people, they are not thinking about it. Or organization, they don't bother. Abhi ke liye problem solve ho gaya, that's all. I'm not bother like what Nandini is feeling, what Karan is having in her mind. So we are not conscious about Gauri or me and Karan and me and Maheshwari. We are not interested. Fine, kaam ho raha hai na, that's all. That was very limited kind of approach. But then what is there in Indian organization, or India, the organization, those who follow Indian style of management, तो वहां पे resolution कैसे होता है, conflict को resolution कैसे करते हैं? So conflict resolution through integration and synthesis of stressing superordinate common goals, so that enduring harmony and unity is assured. And that's why I said, like, this is a better version of conflict resolution or management. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि आओ कॉम्प्रोमाइज करो, निगोशिएट करो, खत्म करो, एंड देन यू कैन गो एंड वर्क. यहाँ पे वैसा नहीं है. Integration and synthesis, like, okay, very good balance between the factors. So we are thinking about integration, लोगों का मनोमिलन, that kind of thing. So this is very hard to digest, but yes, this is what is expected. Like पुराना पूरा भूल जाओ और नए से शुरुआत करो. Superordinate common goals, and then everybody, they should work, or both the parties, or those who are involved in the conflict, तो उनका, they should start with something, and they should have a common goal. तो enduring harmony होगी वहां पे, शांतता, हमेशा के लिए वो issue को kill that issue forever. So that issue should not be again, raised by any situation. I should not keep any grudges against, Gauri, or like Gauri. I don't have anything. I have that habit of taking somebody's name, so that I can, you will be there in the class. So Kedar and Rashmi and Umesh and Pooja and whatever. So we can come together. If we have something in our mind, then we can speak. We can, discuss, and then we can find out the solution, and then we can solve, and then we will forget that issue forever. जैसे कभी कुछ हुआ ही नहीं था. And self-introspection, very important. Self-introspection and stepping back aids of search for solution. हम लोग दूसरों को blame नहीं करेंगे. We will not blame anybody. Like, okay, Rashmi, you have done this. Pooja Kumari, you have done this, and Prathamesh has done this, and because of this thing, because of all these things, these things are happening or happened. And then blame game started. No, it's not like that. So what our ethos said, like, what is our culture? Like, fine, problems hai to hai. Come together, sit together, and then discuss. And they, and इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करो अपने आप को. हमेशा गलती दूसरों की नहीं होती. That kind of approach. Think about yourself. Think about like whose problem is. Like maybe the problem may be with me. So that kind of approach. Decision making kaise hota hai? Brainstorming. This is really very important. For us to understand that round table approach, brainstorming. Because you all know that in our organization, whenever we want to take any kind of decision, or whenever we are searching for solution, Then what is a outcome? What is a solution to that particular problem? What we will do in that situation? Call a meeting, and then we will sit together, and then what happens in meeting, that everybody wants to put his or her opinion, or decisions are taken with everybody's consensus. Wo consensus aata nahi hai, nobody approves, somebody feels like, okay, I'm superior than that, so ego problem. There are so many things, and in this meeting is equal to chaos sometimes. Like, okay, if that meetings are not properly handled or organized, or if people are not maintaining the decorum, then meetings are chaos. So that is what brainstorming. But brainstorming means what? We are searching for solution outside. हम लोग बाहर जाके solution ढूंढते हैं, लोगों को पूछते, बोलना मैं क्या करूं, अरे बोलना ये problem है, this is this, this is this. So it is like, okay, brainstorming kind of a solution. And this, in this way, people or Western management or the organization, those who follow Western management, they are taking decisions. But now we are taking something different. What we are doing? Brain stilling. Now what is brain stilling? Entering the room of timeless silence. Meditation, मैंने आपको बताया था, at that level. So you are going, you are sitting somewhere, and you are trying to find out the solution to that, because you are trying to connect yourself with yourself. आप अपने आप को connect कर रहे हो. In my research, and when I'm reading on this particular subject, I came to know that there is one organizations. In that organization, this is a ritual. Like, people, they are coming from outside, and everybody is sitting for 10 minutes in that one area is there, that they can go and they can sit for 10 minutes. They can spend 10 minutes, and then they connect with themselves. So after 10 minutes, they can join and they can start their work. Because as I said, like, internal data is so strong, but we are not using that internal data. We never give value to your experiences and our learning. We always tend to forget the things. और हमें ऐसे लगता है कि अरे शुरुआत से शुरुआत करनी चाहिए, and we need to go and ask, and then we are searching for the solution outside. But Indian culture said, like, yes, you need to connect to yourself, because हम मानते हैं, कहीं मैंने आपको पहले ही definition में बताया था कि that divine power is with you, that is inside you. But हमें solution क्यों नहीं मिल रहा है? Because you are not able to connect with that, and that divine power is you only. हम ही है हमारा divine power, हम ही है हमारी capacity. अगर आप मतलब भगवान spirituality नहीं मानते तो it's okay, but you have tremendous power that is inside your heart, inside your brain, because you have. And who saved it? You only saved it. So according to Indian culture, according to mythology, or according to spirituality, एक जन्म का नहीं लेके आते आप. There are many janams are there, many births are there, and in every birth you are learning something. And then all these things, or all the data is saved somewhere. ऐसा लोग मानते, ऐसा हमारी spirituality बताते. But yes, whenever we need any solution, you can connect, and then you can find out solution for that problem. In this way, decision making happen. Development, क्या develop करना चाहते हैं? According to Western management, physical, vital and mental only. Soul and spirit ignored, जैसे मैंने अभी बोला था. Material development only, even at the cost of man and nature. कुछ भी हो, by hook or crook, we want to prosper. And why these things are happening around us? Because we follow this particular concept. We are cutting trees, and then we are you're taking everything on ride ki ho sakta hai. Nature, we are disturbing nature, and then definitely it will come to us in multi-folds. And now we realize, and people, they are thinking about sustainability, people, they are thinking about eco-friendly and other things. But see, what is our nature, what is our culture? Like, we worship nature. Integrated development, whole man approach, breath control and meditation emphasis, and human enrichment with total quality. So here we are thinking not only the materialistic gain and materialistic approach, but we need to go beyond that. We are taking care of nature. We worship nature. हम उसको भगवान मानते हैं. Just think about जो भी जितने भी तत्व है, what we call, Agni Tattva and Jala Tattva and other things. So we feel like, okay, they are very powerful and we need to worship them because we are getting power or we are getting energy from all this Tattva. This is what we are. This is what our culture is. अगर हम लोग उसको फॉलो करेंगे तो नेचर एंड इको फ्रेंडली एंड सस्टेनेबिलिटी की बात ही नहीं आती थी. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली वी फॉरगॉट ऑल दिस थिंग्स. वी फील ashamed of doing all these things. The rituals which are there in our in our holy books, हमें लगता है ये सब बकवास है. ये क्या है? What is this? This is not true. ये ऐसे कहाँ चलता है? ऐसे कभी होता है क्या? Think about it. I'm not here to tell you like what is right and what is wrong. I'm just giving you one thought and then please think on this. Approach, external behavior, mental, material, selfish, only soulless. Here we are talking about noble attitude, inner guidance, team spirit, total harmony and global good. हम लोग सिर्फ हमारा बात नहीं कर रहे. हम लोग सिर्फ मेरा बात नहीं कर रहे. मैं अपनी समाज का बात नहीं कर रही, अपने नेशन का बात नहीं कर रही. We are thinking about whole world. We are thinking about Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So everybody, those who are there, all living creatures are, we are connected to them. There are so many stories and so many things can be shared on this and then, but we have limitations, that is time limitation. So it is not possible for me to talk more on this, but yes, this is what the organization, those who follow Indian culture. Then let us move to the mindset of managers according to the current management practices, that is Western management, and according to the Indian ethos of management. Fine. So produce results, produce performers. So managers or the leaders, the main aspect or main focus is to produce result, because you are getting salary and then you need to give results. But here we are talking about in Indian ethos, or according to Indian ethos, we need to produce performers. आपका खुद का परफॉर्मर नहीं, you are creating teams, you are building teams so that these people they can perform. Organize men, material, machine and money, mobilize men and sound out other readiness. So mobilize men. अरे आप ignite करो, you can charge one person and that person can do wonders because he has that capacity. Whole man आपको दिखाया था वो principle. So it is based on that. So you can mobilize, you can charge one person and then he can sound out other readiness. So वो अपने आप बाकी का सब कर लेगा, material, machine and money and other. He will handle everything. Employee first, that kind of concept. If you have that sort of process, you can be a good manager according to who follow Indian ethos. Plan, set goals, prepare schedules and checklists. That is what currently we are doing. But what is Indian ethos? Like according to Indian ethos, obtain agreement and commitment and on means and ends. Agreement, सबको साथ लेके चलना है, और we must be committed towards our responsibilities and for our culture, society and nation as a whole. Motivate, praise, reprimand, punish and push people. कुछ भी करो, motivate करो, positive motivation, negative motivation, punish करो, push करो, जो भी करो, लोगों से काम करवाओ. That is a regular or current trend in the organizations. But then what is Indian ethos? Like you need to inspire people, empower people. Wow. Celebrate success, mourn failure, draw people. Here, people-centric management or people-centric organization. So give them some power, empower them, give them some authority, not only responsibility. We are not here to blame. Because a manager's role is to nurture people in the organization, give them support. That is what is expected. And then if you are thinking, or if your thought process is like that, then nobody can stop, and nobody can stop your organization, not you and your organization. Check, control, report and command posts. See, this is what a real situation or day-to-day situation. But here we are talking about setting personal examples, visible accessibility and on the move. So we are setting by or directing people by examples. आप खुद का example set करके लोगों को मोटिवेट कर रहे हो या डायरेक्ट कर रहे हो. कोऑर्डिनेट, रिक्विजिशन, कन्वे मीटिंग्स एंड कंडक्ट मीटिंग्स एंड अदर थिंग्स. यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं? फैसिलिटेट. समझो कि प्रॉब्लम क्या है, समझो कि what is your problem, what is Pooja's problem, what is Ankita's problem, what is Parmeshwar's problem or Prathamesh's problem, and facilitate, help them, show ways to overcome, and then give direction so that these people they can overcome by themselves. Your role or manager's role is to just to guide, just to guide. It is not like, okay, sit here and then we can conduct a meeting and then we can discuss and then, oh, what you are doing, and then say, supervision and close supervision. And this is not expected according to Indian ethos. You can believe on people, you can believe on people's capacity, give them liberty, give them power, and they can work. Instruct, issue notices, order, demand compliances. So we all know about all this thing, right? But what is expected under Indian ethos? That make queries, sound out ideas, encourage suggestions. This is very beautiful thoughts. These are like, if we are able to do that, then our life will be, or can be, we are superpower, and we will be superpower. But if we follow all these things with all, at individual level, at social level, at national level. Moving ahead, resources rely most on external resources. यहाँ पे हम लोग internal resources पे बात करते हैं. Like health of the company, we can judge the health of the people, company by balance sheet and P&L account and money oriented. Here, according to Indian ethos, the people oriented performance, environmental friendly, private and public benefits. If you are able to do this, then your company's health or company's doing or company's performance is excellent. Profitability in terms of money, of course, the social cost not included in the balance sheet. आपको जो भी करना है, जैसे भी करना है, we don't care, and organizations, they never care. But here people, they are talking about good public image, social cost, internalized trust of customers and society. So more broader way, more broader thought process. Hygiene factor, that attention only on job enrichment. Job को और rich करो, और थोड़ा सा उनको काम कराओ, थोड़ा और विश करो, that kind of thought process. यहाँ पे क्या है, primary emphasis on mind enrichment, job enrichment में नहीं, mind enrichment. So लोग अंदर से डेवलप हो, उनका थॉट प्रोसेस अच्छा हो, उनका बिहेवियर में आएगा ही. व्हाट इज बिहेवियर? इट इज अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ योर थॉट प्रोसेस, इट इज अ रिफ्लेक्शन ऑफ योर साइकी, psychological construct. So let us work on your psychology, let us work on your mind and body and soul, and definitely your behavior, which is the outer part or which is the expression of these things, can be better and best. Rights and duties, the emphasis on taking, not on giving. Rights become primary and duties become subsidiary. So think about it. Don't you think that this is the exact situation where what we are experiencing in India right now? So what is expected? Emphasis on giving, not on taking. Selfless work, कर्मण्यवादी का रस्ते. और एक बात हमने बोला था क्या, कि कर्म की चिंता मत कर, निष्काम कर्म. So giving, not only taking, and duties given great importance, and right assume secondary value. हक के बारे में बात मत कर, अभी नहीं है ऐसा. People are, we all are thinking about our rights. मुझे मिलना चाहिए, क्यों नहीं मिलेगा? This is my right. Then what about your duties? What about our duties? Don't you feel like we fail miserably on our duties? हम लोग अपने duties कितने ईमानदारी से करते, तो हम लोग मांगेंगे this is our right. Structure, so it is very hierarchical. यहाँ पे है organic evolution and autonomous. So give them some liberty. See, all Western countries, they follow Indian style of management right now, and हम लोग यहीं पे अटके पड़े. You can just see, go and Google it, or you can just see about Google itself. आप उसके बारे में देखो कि what kind of organization, what kind of management it is. So they believe on this, they follow this, they follow Indian ethos, or what is there, what is mentioned in our Indian culture. And unfortunately, our organizations, we as a manager, we as a professional, we follow their philosophy, which is not sufficient, which is very, very, very selfish kind of thing, or very restricted mindset we are working with. Growth, unlimited, dependent on turnover of goods. Ultimately dependent on turnover of goods. कितना मिला, कितना बिका. यहाँ पे क्या है? Coordinating private and public benefit. मैंने कितना वैल्यू क्रिएट किया, what kind of value I have created. This is what that Indian managers they should think on. Moving ahead, systems, that is set of interrelated element working as a whole, more emphasis on quantity and objective aspects in Western management or the managers who follow Western kind of management. But here in Indian management or Indian managers, they need to think about the pattern of particular response expect to organizational functioning. तो आपका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन कैसे काम कर रहा है. इक्वल एम्फेसिस ऑन द क्वांटिटी एंड क्वालिटी, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. आप काम कर रहे हो, क्वांटिटी प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं हम लोग, वी आर जस्ट डूइंग दिस, we are coming, we are going, and we are creating, but whichever work you are doing, what you must think about the quality of your creation and development and other things and your work. Fine. Then marketing, keen competition to capture and retain demand, market driven economy. यहाँ पे क्या है, through cooperation of by playing complementary role, like okay, we need to industry cutthroat competition and number one rat race and other things, so we must avoid all these things, and then we can think about social awareness in marketing, social marketing. So we are just talking about this aspect of marketing, like yes, marketing, they need to think about society, they need to contribute something on about CRM and other things. This is there. Job satisfaction, that is hygiene factor, creativity ignored. Here you must be more innovative, uniqueness, extraordinary results, troubleshooting. So uniqueness and innovation, these are the key aspects we need to consider according to Indian ethos. Training, functional skills. मैंने अभी बताया कि training, नंदिनी को ऐसा training देंगे कि that she must be a good employee or the better employee, not value oriented or holistic development of Nandini ma'am. But here in India, or according to Indian ethos, value oriented, holistic approach and equal emphasis on skills and values. उसकी स्किल भी डेवलप हो, लेकिन एट द सेम टाइम शी शुड बी अ गुड ह्यूमन बीइंग and she should have a great value system or belief system which she can apply in her work and other things. So it should reflect in her behavior. This man machine equation kya hai? Machine dominates man, as a human being receives lip sympathy. Machine dominate कर रहे हैं आजकल हमको. We all experience this. यहाँ पे क्या है, according to Indian ethos, man behind the machine given due regards, healthy philosophy of life and emotional stability. We all know that what is happening to our emotional, we are emotionally shattered, and then we have a lot of stress, and then people, they are committing suicide, even though they have all materialistic gains and all, even though we have everything, but you know that what is happening around us. Why? Because the major reason is like we already deviate from what we are. हम भूल गए कि हम लोग क्या है और हमारी philosophy क्या है. Man placement, it is as per the qualification and experience. यहाँ पे किसके हिसाब से आपको promotion मिलेगा या placement मिलेगा? More stress on natural inclination and character building. That is most important thing, or that is the most basic things of thing. Then the quality, that product quality, that is ISO, TQM, that is total quality management, QC quality circles and other things. Then human value quality plays minor role. Fine. यहाँ पे क्या है? Human quality, values, characteristics, character of that individual, mind enrichment and whole man approach is there. So our quality of our work is judged by on these parameters. Fine. Moving to the next, that is just a graphical presentation that what we have discussed, that is organization should be treated as a family, or human welfare is the key of any or should be the key of any organization. That is loka sangraha, that is what we call people, human welfare. And we should think about work, or people should follow that work is worship. They should think about self-development, nishkam karma, and through this is their personal level. At this personal level, these people, they can think about human welfare. So human welfare is the first or the prime importance or the objective or goal of any organization. So this is, and Shubhalabh, that what we call like everything good for everybody. So this is the success mantra of you and your organization, and avoidance of extremes. किसी भी चीज के एक्सट्रीम तक मत पहुंचो. Like okay, you need to coordinate and then you need to balance. See, human welfare, you need to coordinate between men and of course organization. um, so this is what Indian model of corporate development. Moving to the last part of our first topic, that is Triguna theory. So it is like, if you see and if you know a bit about Bhagavad Gita, as I said, like okay, I have very little knowledge of Bhagavad Gita in whichever capacity I can say. मैं आपको ये बता रही हूँ कि fourth chapter में एक बहुत अच्छा विचार या थ्योरी बताई गई है. सी, in our management, like we learn up to now in fourth semester, in every semester and every lecture under every subject, we learn a lot of theories. And then you are aware about personality theory in OB and in marketing also, and in, I don't know about finance, but in these two subjects, and HR also, like these different aspects of management. And here we are thinking about personality, that employee personality and customers personality and behavior and other things, and da. So we are thinking about all these things. But according to Bhagavad Gita, fine, they also gave one theory which is very interesting theory, that is Triguna. Guna yani nature, guna, what we call in Marathi and Hindi, gunavan. No, so Triguna, it is about you as an individual. So this is a root of Bhagavad Gita, and it is in chapter 17, and in 14 also there is a mention of this particular theory. So this is, as it is written there, that this is the most important book of Indian philosophy, and Triguna theory is a composite framework of three-dimensional personality. मतलब अगर किसी को आपको समझना है, किसी की पर्सनालिटी को समझना है, we are keen on personal development or personality development. And in the organizational setup also, we are thinking about personality development, understanding personality, and we all know that every individual has a unique personality. Alag alag hai hum log. We can't say like, okay, Nandini ma'am is just exactly the same behavior I can expect from Umesh as what Nandini ma'ams or how Nandini ma'ams behave on. So we are different. Why this difference is there? Because personality is different. Now, if you ask me, according to Indian or according to the Western management, the definition of personality, personality is persona, come from persona, and it is the meaning of personality is your psychological construct as well as your external construct. Psychology or what you call your physical appearance and your psychological construct is equal to you and your personality. But according to Bhagavad Gita, your personality is dominant by three guna, teen gun, yeah, teen, these are the three dimensions of personality. आपके personality के तीन dimensions है. कौन से dimensions है? First is, as it is written there, that it is a prakriti, the nature, human nature. The guna refers to the inherent energy or tendency with which prakriti is created and with which human minds functions. Human mind काम करता है. It is your prakriti. It is, prakriti means जो भी अपने दुनिया में जितने भी लोग हैं, all human beings are, they have their personality. They are individuals and they have a different personality. And why? Because they are dominated by any of the guna. So कौन से गुना है? The individual is vital collection of powerful energies which drives people to work. तो उसी से पर्सनालिटी से मोटिवेशन मिलता है, पर्सनालिटी से बिहेवियर रिफ्लेक्ट होता है. बिहेवियर मतलब बिहेवियर इज प्रीडोमिनेंटली डोमिनेटेड बाय योर पर्सनालिटी. आप कैसे बिहेव करोगे, व्हाट इज बिहेवियर, योर रिस्पॉन्स टू द थिंग्स व्हिच आर हैपनिंग इन योर एनवायरनमेंट. तो आप उसमें उस चीजों को, जो भी चीज अपने आजू बाजू हो रहे, the things which are happening in our vicinity or in our close environment, that is in like how it depends upon your personality. आपकी personality पे है. और क्या, कौन आपको मोटिवेट करेगा, आप कैसे मोटिवेट होगे, कैसे? इट इज लाइक ओके, इफ आई एज अ मैनेजर, इफ आई वांट टू गेट वर्क डन फ्रॉम यू, so what is expected? I must know and understand your personality, your energies, your energies, or the which drives you, or the dimensions of your personality. जैसे हम लोग बोलते हैं कि प्रकृति, आपकी प्रकृति क्या है? So as it is there, like okay, three gunas, that is sattva, that is balanced, Rajas, that is passionate, and tamas, that is dull. Now, what is mean by sattva and rajas and tamas? This is there. This is you. This is we all. That is sattva guna, rajas guna, and tamas guna. Tamas matlab andhar. So these are the three different prepositions which influence your mental and intellectual caliber. And that's why this guna is very important. Sattva, that is sattvic. You know, sattvic. Sattvic means kya? When you are very calm and when you are thinking about others and then you are thinking about some creativity. So sattva means creativity. You are creating something. You are creating something, some knowledge, skills, attitude. You are creating something. You are designing something. That is sattva guna. That part of your personality is dominated by this particular guna. That is your prakriti. That is sattva guna. Accordingly, you need to think about rajasic personality or rajasic. That is maintenance. Just okay, balance between tamas and sattva. Then what about tamas? Tama जिसको हम बोलते हैं, अंधार जिसको मैं बोल रही हूँ, pralay. So what is the outcome of andhar? Andhar is very negative kind of thing. Darkness, andhar, what we call in Marathi or Hindi maybe. So tamas is like, okay, darkness. Or what is the outcome of this particular guna or tama guna? That is pralay. That is like, okay, you are like, we all know that, and people, they believe on it, is mentioned in our spirituality and holy book, and our gurus, they strongly believe like, okay, we are living in Kali Yuga. So according to them, this is a Kali Yuga. Tamas. So everywhere, like, okay, pralay will be there and distraction will be there and everything will be negative and other thing. So this is what mentioned there in Bhagavad Gita, and this is what dimensions of your personality. Then some people, they are dominated by sattva gun. Sometimes you are dominated by rajagun, and sometimes, or most of the time, if you are dominated by tamagun or tamas gun, then your personality will be like that. See, sattva gun, these are three rounds are there. That is sattva, rajas, and tamas. So your personality, this is you, this is whole you. Ye pura milke aap ho. So it is interconnected, right? Like sattva guna, S and R, sattva rajas. Sattva and tamas, that is sattva and sattvic and tamas. That is rajas and tamas, that is R and T, that is rajas and tamas. And at the center, these three gunas are there. This is you. This is your personality. That is rajas, sattva, and tamas. All the three gunas are there. All the three gunas are there. That is sattvic guna, as it is spiritual quality, steady, calm mind, as I said, non-violent, as inherent desire to good and caring. Sab acha, sattva, sattvic. Just think about sattvic. This word may be probably known to you. Capable of vast knowing and deep understanding. Work done as a duty, aware of no expectation from fruits. Free from attachment to objects, not attached by success or failure, and non-egoistic, firm, or enthusiastic. So these kind of qualities are there again under sattvic gun. Let us discuss more about sattvic gun. That is clear understanding of desirable and undesirable, dutiful, undutiful actions, free from doubts, control on self, pure mind, don't hurt others, forgiveness, wisdom, and health or faith, help needy people, place homage to divine and spiritual values, pray to God, and with no expectations, and respect elders. So when we have all this behavioral aspect, or if we follow all these aspects, when we behave or when we respond to others, we can call those guna or those qualities as a sattvic guna. Moving ahead, then if your personality is dominated by rajasic guna or rajas, that is you are active quality. So that is, rajas means action. You are less maintenance, you are taking some action. Greed, restlessness, if you can see people, and if you can understand like okay they are very greedy or restless, उनमें मतलब शांति नहीं है, they're not satisfied, they're not happy, they are always restless, and they have lots and lots of desire to acquire things and attachment to the acquired things. मुझे लेना है और कुछ मानना है और all this thing. So rajas guna binds person badly or bodily activities जो and selfish interest के साथ हम लोग वो लोग काम करते हैं. Trust for more and more, और चाहिए और ज्यादा wish करो, that kind of personality. And they are filled with joy in success and sorrow in failure. So no balance, no proper balance between these. And bodily activities like okay they are physically active and they are limiting them their self, or they are talking about or they are thinking about the pleasure which is related to their bodily pleasure जिसको बोलते हैं खाना सोना sex and other things. They are limiting to that. And how and why they work? Because they are doing activities for gain or respect, fame, money and other things. So money oriented, materialistic oriented people help others for self gain. दूसरों का अगर help भी करते हैं तो खुद का gain और नफा और नुकसान सोच समझ के, full of desires, passions and attachment, goal oriented, distorted picture of right and wrong. और उनको ही पता नहीं है कि सही क्या है गलत क्या है. Very blur picture, no value system, no beliefs, no clear cut understanding that between right or wrong. And they are very bold and authoritative. So dominance, authority, all this kind of things are there, which is related to the rajasic guna. Next, then the tamasic guna. What is tamasic guna, or what kind of personality they are having? That is material quality arises from hope and illusion. पूरा मतलब वो अपने ही धुन में अपने ही इसमें काम करते रहते. Attachment to the myth, immortality and rest. Revengeful है, win by demolishing others. उनको कि लोगों को नष्ट करो, इसीलिए मैंने बोला कि तामसिक is a प्रलय. They are like we can call them as a devil kind of personality. Actions are directed for their own welfare, no consistency of purpose, brilliance of thoughts and tenderness of emotion. उनमें कोई emotion नहीं है. They'll work as a devils, as I said. Views world as a exist for him only, narrow and limited vision, careless, irresponsible action because of some delusory misconceptions of goal, that is for smoking, drinking, all bad habits, no self-control, stubborn, arrogant, create disputes and quarrels and wrong judgment of ethical and non-ethical. So that kind of tamasic guna they are dominated by. Now, how we can use this knowledge? Because these three types of personalities are explained in Bhagavad Gita. तो हम लोग इसको use कैसे करें? Apart from this, we see combination of these gunas in people. So we need to do a careful study of these guna, which have which provides us to the capacity of detaching or detecting within ourselves. हम लोग अपने आप को डिटेक्ट कर सकते हैं, सेल्फ इंट्रोस्पेक्शन कर सकते हैं, अपने आप को समझ सकते हैं. द मोस्ट पावरफुल टेंडेंसी दैट राइज अप टू रूल आवर मेंटल लाइफ. Here we are not talking about your physical well-being or physical life, but we are thinking about your mental life. Very important. Knowledge of gunas will help to meet subjective problems more effectively. Psychological problems and understanding people's emotion, controlling your own emotions and controlling others' emotion, empathy, all these things are possible only and only if we know or we are now able to understand that who that person's personality is dominated by which guna और predominant by which guna. So जो personality का बाकी के theories हम लोगों ने अभी तक पढ़े, it is a similar one, but it has a difference. It is thinking about more psychological construct. It is thinking about and thinking the different personality which are dominated by these guna. अलग अलग personality क्यों है? Because हम लोग अलग अलग मतलब guna is dominated by on us, and at the same time हम लोग भी we cannot predict people's behavior because we all have all these three gunas with us. ऐसा नहीं है कि I'm सात्विक मतलब pure सात्विक will be there. No, very few people like okay who reach to that particular level, they are like that. But all other human beings, all other people around us, even you as an individual, you have a combination of these three gunas. So this is a theory which is there in your syllabus, and which is derived from Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita mein se liya gaya hai. If you are interested, you can read more on that. And then there are a lot of material available on YouTube and of course on Google, and then you can discuss with people, those who know a bit about that or whole about that. So this is from my side about your first topic. If anything is there, you can ask me. I forget to tell you that after completion of the syllabus, me and sir will share a question bank with you, consisting at least, I think, around 500 to 600 questions. But of all MCQ questions will be there, and it will help you to practice for examination. तो हम अपने तरफ से आपको पूरे मतलब जितने भी PPT presentations है, PPT है, we will share it with you. Of course, your ma'am is recording all my lectures, and of course, okay, there is a change, and ma'am will inform you about that. Like, okay, today, like, because this is the end of the first topic, our discussion on the first topic, and the second topic will be covered by Dr. Ashutosh Misal, sir, and then he will talk about, or he will cover or he will discuss on the second topic. So tomorrow and day after tomorrow, he will address. The timings will be informed by your ma'am, and be there in the class, his class, because you people are interested to know about Bhagavad Gita and management. So he will speak on that topic. So I'm sure that, and as I said, like, he wrote book, very talented, intelligent, and well-read person. You must listen to him, and you must ask questions if you have anything related to Bhagavad Gita and the philosophy which is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita. So thank you so much from my side. And after sir's lecture, I can take, and we can start our discussion on the third topic. Fine. So anything from your side, if you have any questions, any suggestions, you can give me. Otherwise, we can conclude the day. Can I leave? Or if you have anything, you can ask. Yes? No questions? Okay, then I'll sign up for the day. Bye-bye. Good night.